morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing on this last Friday of March? Ooh, March is over, right? I mean, it's not over. We still have Monday. We have Saturday and Sunday too. It's the last Friday of March. Let's go with that. Welcome, makers and movers. How are you doing today? It's your first time here or long time here. I need to know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, and what the weather is like, and then your top five. What are 5 things that you are going to accomplish today? Today's topic: pricing boundaries. I was on a call with somebody yesterday, and we were just talking, like things that they run into, and they said, "Hey, friends and family discount. How does that work, and what do you roll with it?" I said, "I have that one, a little thing planned for it." I said, "I'll run that one tomorrow." So that's what we're doing today. I pull up the info, we're setting it off, and you guys are going to help me because you're going to comment on your friends and family policies and how that works for you, and let me know if any of these sound familiar or think that you can do in it. So pricing boundaries, we're going to talk that. And remember, sharing is caring. So make sure to go like and subscribe, share. Watching after the fact, team replay. All right, our 5 things. We've got DTF, UV, DTF that needs to get done and out. April's content, putting that together so that way that a lot of it can go out. We've got shirts that need to be pressed today. We've got mock-ups that need to get sent out for approval, and we have meetings this afternoon. So that's what's going on. As far as who we are, where we're from, I'm Todd. How are you? We're here in Illinois. How are you? We're headed to like 80 degrees today. That's 80. And then Monday it's snowing. Sweet. The great thing about it being 80 today is they're saying let's 40, 50 mile an hour winds. Awesome. I mean, because it's been trash all week for spring break, and now we're going to get 80 today and super windy. So thumbs up there. We have the Arctic Vibe Celsius we are rocking this morning. So I think we're good overall with it. It's rainy here this morning, and then it's nuts. So that's what we got. Let's check in and see how people are doing. Kelly, good morning, everyone. Strong coffee in a cup. Late night last night. We were at the in-laws' house last night because Corey's mom's birthday is today, and so we went there at dinner. And Corey made up. She made a blanket for her. And traditionally, we just usually there, an hour or two in there. We didn't leave. We were there a long time yesterday, so it was late night for us too. So what was there? Kelly's 5 things: race car decals, t-shirts, acrylic awards, plaques, banking, invoicing. She's got a rocking day there. Renee, good morning. 50 way on the way to 76 Chicagoland. Water in the bottle and coffee in the tumbler. Hi, Kelly. Barb, good morning. We're Central Minnesota. 35, cloudy, water in the cup. 5 things: quotes, digitizing, production schedule, QuickBook updates, laser material tests. What you testing there, Barb? Good morning, Ray. Good morning, Barb from Kelly. And hi, Barb. Top 5: banking, mileage, training on light burn, test sub acrylic, post office, UPS. Another fun day there. And hi, Renee. And hi, Kelly. Todd's computer updating. Hope the storm didn't take. No, everything was right on time. It said, why was it running behind? It said it was there. And hi, Kelly from Barb. Brian, I dig it. Friends and family policy. They pay like everyone else. There we go, my man. So we can get right into it. Because when we look at it, we've been there, right? It's common things. I'm sure I'm not the only one that heard. Can you hook me up with that family price? You're just charging me for materials, right? Or that classic, just one quick little thing, right? As makers, especially ones that, are running small shops, or side hustles, these friendly asks can really start to feel like a full-time job. And really, if you're not careful, saying yes too often can really turn your business from a business to a discount club to a charity. So we're going to talk about, setting those boundaries around pricing, and especially for, when people are asking for those friends and family discounts. I've got 5 ideas, that I think you can respond that, with confidence and kindness and clarity, so you can protect your time, your peace of mind, and most importantly, your profit. Remember, profit is not a dirty word. You should make profit on it. So, number one, know your real costs. Yeah, and the reason I want you to know your real costs is this way you can explain why discounts hurt you. The best way to say no to a discount is to understand why you need to, right? If you don't know how much your work is actually costing you, as far as cost in time, supplies, labor, you will really keep undercharging and wondering why you're not making any money. So when somebody says, "Hey, the just pay for materials trap," hey, I can just pay for that. I can just pay for materials for that, right? And then they're gonna Venmo you, $10 or whatever, and you spend an hour designing and pressing and packaging it. You're out your transfers, your vinyl, rhinestones, whatever it is, and you're out of profit, and they think they paid enough. You're like, wait, what? Like that doesn't work right there. Um, you know, you spend 2 hours on a friend's low paid favor order instead of working on one of the high value customers that could have earned you $50, $100, $500. One discount, one job can cost you double. Not only in money, in time, but in also opportunity. So what you need to do is add up your hourly rate, right? Your material cost, your average overhead, everything that needs. And then when somebody asks you for a discount, you'll be able to explain to them, hey, this is more than just a shirt. It's time, it's tools, most importantly, it's experience. So no, you're not having that. Now, if you choose to have a friends and family discount, what you need to do is create that friends and family discount policy, right? So instead of saying yes or no based on who's asking, you just create a standard policy, for discounts. This way, it's not personal, it's business. Say, hey, you get that friendly 10% approach, right? You say, I do offer, a 10% friends and family discount. That way, I can still make money, but because I need to make sure that I'm covering my time, and I can still give you something. So now you're being generous with our terms. You could say, hey, instead of a discount, I don't discount, but I like adding a little extra stuff. So maybe they get like a bonus decal or a custom tag. They can still feel special, and you can still keep your pricing intact. So if you decide to go this route with it, write down that policy so you have it. Post it where you can see it, have it in your apps in your phone, have it somewhere. So it's a quick reply. So when someone says, "Hey, I want something," you can say something like, "Hey, I love creating for friends, but my policy is 10% off, and thanks for supporting my small business." There you go. You're still making stuff that's there with it. Now, uh, number three is going to be we're going to practice that polite but firm response, because knowing what to say is half the battle. When friends and family ask for a discount, you don't have to panic or ghost them. You just need the right words, right? So when somebody says, "Hey, can I get that friend price?" And you can say, absolutely. It's the same as my regular price because I know you value my time and talent." There. So now you're making them feel like caca for thinking less of you for that. So absolutely, I can give you a friend's price. It's the same as my regular price because I know you value my time. Or, maybe that little redirect with it. Hey, what do you say? We're friends, we're family. Can you just make me one for free? You say, man, I really wish I could, but this is my full time business now. I can offer my friends and family a small discount or maybe a little freebie, but I can't give you the whole job for free. I need to charge for my work. I got bills to pay. So the way you can come across this is write out, two or three phrases that you feel good saying, and practice them. Make it feel natural, make it feel friendly, and make most of all, make it not defensive. The more you say them, the easier it gets. It's not hard. You just got to be repetitive on it. How are we doing so far on those three? What do you have? What are your other options? Because it sounds like I'm gonna burn right through these ones this morning. Hey, Brian from Renee. And Brian says, I hate, do you give a veteran discount? Nope. I charge you 10% more to support me, the veteran. That is true, Brian, because you are a veteran. So yeah, I charge 10% more. So I can get that right there. Jose, good morning to you, my friend. All right. On to number 4. Again, this goes right to what Brian said. We got to remind them that paying full price is support, right? Most people do want to support you. Most of your friends and family do want to support you. They just need a little perspective shift, right? We have to remind them that the best way to love us is to pay our pricing, right? Pay our pricing for stuff. Excuse me. So maybe we just educate them through story. We're going to share, a quick behind the scenes. I was posting, how long it takes to design a shirt, to cut, weed, whatever, order transfers, whatever you need to do, that part of it. To press, to package, to ship, everything that goes into it. It's more than just, oh, here's a shirt, here's this, I'm done in 30 seconds. There's the front end work, shirting, pressing a shirt is probably the least amount of time that goes into it. It's everything before that and everything after that. So, you can also flip the script on them. I mean, hey, would you ask would you ask somebody else for a discount? Would you ask, you got a hairdresser friend, would you ask them for a free haircut? No. You'd pay full price and you'd leave them a tip. So why are you not doing that to me? Let them know that, when they're paying their full price, it's supporting our dream, it's supporting our family. It's just not a transaction. So here's a good one, post this on social media. In fact, when this is done, I'm going to go post on mine, shout out to the friends who don't ask for discounts. You're not just customers, you're champions of small business. Thank you. We need to normalize full price support. So I'm going to post that, and you should too. Normalize full price support, and then put shout out to the friends and family who don't ask for discounts. You're not just customers, you're champions of small business. Thank you. You know what? I'm going to copy that and I'm going to put it in the chat because I think that is something that we can all do today, and that's what we're going to go to, right? We're all going to put it in there. We're all going to see it on different color backgrounds for things. Let me pull up my notes and I can put it in there, and then that's what we're going to do. So that way you have it and you can just post it right there and see what we got and go from there. So there it is. We put that on there. And Brian, I give a military discount, but I was never in the military. And that's where it all comes down to policies. What are you putting in there? What are you doing? And how is that all working for you? So, and number 5 is, give when it feels right to you. And what does that mean? Give when it's a gift and not a guilt trip, because there's nothing wrong with surprising someone, with a freebie if it's intentional, right? The problem happens when guilt or pressure or obligation makes that decision for you. You decide to give all your nieces and nephews, custom ornaments this year. It's a choice. You're giving joyfully, not resentfully. A friend, asks for a discount, and you say, hey, I can't comp this one, but I'd love to surprise you with something in the future. Now you're protecting your boundary and showing the love. So something to think of and consider this is maybe you just need to set like a monthly freebie budget where you can, choose, how many items or hours you're willing to gift each month, and you can just stick with it. Hey, I'm only maybe $25-$50 this month. That's it. Okay. Set your boundaries, set your limits on it, and then what you can do. Think of when we're asking for donations for events, school, things like that. A lot have budgets that they can use throughout the year for it. Hey, once that budget runs out, it's out. I've already used my monthly supply of free product this month. That's it. So we stick to it. And when we give, it feels good because it was our idea to do it. It fit within there. So when we wrap this all up, we got to look at a couple things. When we build those boundaries, Boundaries build better business. 4 B's. Boundaries build better business. Let me put that down here in the comments for you as well. Boundaries build better business. So you can put that where it is and put it in there and go for it. Boundaries build better business. Yeah, there it is. Because our time, our talent, and tools are valuable, and the people who really love you, they'll understand that. So what do we got? We're going to know our real costs with things. We're going to set a friends and family policy. We're going to practice those polite responses. We're going to reframe full price as support, and we're going to give on our terms, not under pressure. Because discounts don't define your worth. Boundaries do. So every time somebody says, or every time you say, "This is my price," you're building confidence in yourself and in your business. So you got this, right? We can do that. And your people, they're going to respect you even more when you stand your ground in your value and what you bring to the table. We finished that one up quick. I said I could put it together real quick. I didn't realize it was that quick. Yeah, we burned through it. There. All right. Let's see. Where was it? And Brian says, I don't know how people ask for that. I'm embarrassed to ask for a discount. I am not 100% opposed to asking for a discount. I always say, is there a way we can work something out? There's something that I have on the table where we're a little far apart on the numbers. And I said, hey, I can do X right now. If you want Y, then this is how we can get there through Z. Whether that is marketing opportunities, whether that is sweat equity, whether that is a structured plan out for the difference. And so I will ask for that. I try and come up with all of those beforehand, so that way we can work through those. But people ask me for a discount all the time. Brian, no, Brian, like, what's my discount code, homie? I'm like, here it is. I'm not telling everybody Brian's discount code, but when you're in the VIP group, you get discounts. So that's part of it, But there's a lot that people are asking, hey, what's the discounted rate on this? What's the discounted rate on that? Okay, well, if somebody wants a discount, I can up a price and then show them a discount, and we're still paying the same price for it. You really need to stand at it. We've lost jobs by a quarter on a shirt, and that's just what it was. It sucked to do it, but what are we going to do? You have to decide if something was worth it or not, and there is always going to be somebody cheaper. So don't think about that. Well, so and so down the street can do it for whatever. Well, then go to so and so down the street. If you're going to support them and you need this stuff, and it is what it is. But if you're not going to support me and my dream, I'm supporting you in your dream. I mean, it's a lot like that. I'm not saying I've been taken advantage of a lot, but I have with a lot of people, especially in this industry, ones where it was a mutual time exchange. We're working together to help things out, or I'm helping them in their business. They're buying equipment or transfers or things through us, so it all works hand in hand. And then all of a sudden, that part dries up because they found somebody that is cheaper to do it or closer, but then they still want the knowledge side of it. So then it becomes one-sided. And I've had to put my foot down a few times and be like, hey, this just isn't working. If you still want to play this game, that's fine, but this is what I need out of you, $500 a month. Then you can have access to all of this. Then they're like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, this is what it is. Whether you're buying, $500 in product, or you're joining us on calls in our mentorship community, or we're doing one-on-one sessions, this is what I need out of you. And you can't be afraid to ask for it. This is just what it is. And it's going forward, probably by May. By May, the new mentorship community OGs will still have theirs, but we're building a new platform for it. So they will still be, you're an OG member, you're still going to have the Discord ready to do whatever it is, but there will be a new platform too, where it's just going to make it simpler and cleaner and put everything in one spot. And hey, get in there, get all your stuff for it, and go from there. Rena, good morning to you. How are you doing this day? That's right. You pay for that discount code. You do pay for that discount code. and we had to make it. There's times where somebody will order something I combined. They're like, oh, what do I do with this? And I'm just like, hey, here's your, I forgot something discount code. I think that's part of my fun is making up discount codes. There's somebody who they had a bulk order, and they have a pretty witty signature in their email. And so I took part of that, and that was their discount code, and they absolutely loved it. Which, speaking of email, yeah, this morning I got to go back and find them. This morning I hit the wrong damn button again. They need to be able to like undo longer than like the 5 seconds that button pops up, because I clicked and cleared them all out. So I'm going back and I found like 10 of them so far. Me and email, good times, right? So we're all rocking with that. And let's see. Tim's here. Tim's checking in. He's late. It's 50 out. We got time there. Morning Rena from Chuck, and hi Tim and Chuck from Barb. So let me know, how does that sound? Do you think have you ran into these problems with friends and family asking for discounts? I believe it's those a lot of times that the ones that are asking for the discount seem to be the closest ones to you. The average Joe off the street isn't asking for a discount on it. They'll ask, for your best rate. They'll ask for you to quote a job. They'll do that, but they won't straight up be like, "Yo, what's the friends and family discount?" I have ones that are in the same small business owner. Like myself, hey, can we do a trade out? Can we barter for it? Yeah, we can absolutely do that. Because both of us are trading out things and we're getting our full value out of it. If these set of shirts is $500, it doesn't matter what I have costing it. I have it at $500. I need this done, and you're going to provide me $500 worth of work. Boom, boom. I got $500 worth of work for what it cost me. Yeah, great. So I love the barter system. I don't like the discount system. I like knowing, well, here's what we need for stuff. Here's how we can go into it. Perfect. Let's move on from there. But I am not one to do it. Right, Cindy? Bartering. Bartering is the way to do it. Although sometimes people want to take advantage of that situation and be like, hey, I have and so I had to put my foot down this. It's not on rush jobs. It's standard turnaround times, things like that. If there's rush fees involved, you got to pay those because, we got shipping to incur. Some of our other vendors, might charge us, a small order packaging. They might charge us more fee to get it here. So they get all popped with those. But in general, like things, I'll probably make a list of things that I want this year and be like, who's in these trades and who can barter stuff out, and let's go with it so we can do it. But we'll see what happens with it. Now, with that, we do have a mentorship call that is at 9:30, so in 35 minutes, which you can find the link to the Patreon down in the bottom. Go there, sign up. We'll get you the links. You will still, up until the new one starts, I think it's going to be May 1st. This will start April 1st, April Fool's Day, and life happened. So May 1st is what we're shooting for that. You'll be able to get in, you'll be able to take care of everything, and then new one should open up and be swell. That's what we're striving for, to put everything on one platform, to do it more with it. And in there, things I've been asked about, one-on-one calls. Yep, we can do those. That's that $500 a month. We got 3 people in it right now. It's been working out really good. We're setting up plans for them. We get on the call and we make it for them. Minimum 3-month commitment. Here, let's go. Let's bang this stuff out for you, and we tailor a plan straight for you. So that has been working out really well for them. And now I think I'm going to expand it, and we're just going to go 10. So that's 7 people. That's going to most likely open up May 1st as well. We're going to put things together so we can get in there for it. And then our other things that we're going to build out for it. So pretty excited about what April holds to be ready for May. End of the first quarter is here. So if you are in any of those groups where we have worked out deals for discount codes, because we have said that, make sure to check those, because those expire. Don't worry, if you're in our VIP, your discount code's fine. Now with that, we're gonna do our best to have a great weekend. It's gonna be crap, rain, not fun all weekend. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so we will be back Monday morning. A couple things that I'm not 100% sure which one we're gonna go with, but we'll have a new topic for you on Monday. So until next time, peace, love, press on, and we will see you then.